So hi guys, hi everyone. I am Parampreet Singh. From past few days, I have been taking NTEM sessions for Python and other some diploma subjects as well. So today we will be having our second Python NTEM revision session, and this is the last session of this term. And so today we will be mainly doing PYQs of Python. Okay, from of last year, which is the Jan 24 term and May 24 and September 24 term. Okay, and while doing the PYQs, we will try to solve most of the questions, and while solving them, if you guys get any kind of doubt or something, you can just ask in between, and we'll solve that particular question. Okay, so if this sounds good, shall we start? Just give a thumbs up once so that मुझे like क्लैरिटी आइडिया लग जाए. Okay, all right. So as always, I have divided the screen into two parts. Let me just, that is fine. So first we will do start with this 28 April, which is Jan 24 term. Okay. And guys, just be interactive throughout the session. आप लोग मुझे बताओगे whether that code is correct, what will be the answer and everything. Okay. I hope the font size is clear, right? And if you can speak, please speak. Okay, so first question, a very old question of recursion. Okay, in this question, can anyone tell me like what is the base case?
वो length is equal to 1.
Okay.
Array का length.
Line 2.
And there is another base case.
If L0 in
Line 4.
L1 dot bracket.
Okay, but what does this like line number 4 and 5 means? Like what can we interpret out of this?
Recursion.
Okay,
5,
recursion, but
4 and 5.
okay,
Not
just take
If
an
first
example. Let's say a list of we have for this 1 1 2. Okay, the list is 1 1 2 like this. If we have a list 1 comma 1 comma 2. Now tell me what will happen in line number 4 and 5.
one,
so line number 4 says if
one,
the
two.
first element that is 1
Mm-hmm.
is present in second and third element or not. So 1
Okay,
and 2.
so
So
it is
it is
present.
present,
Mm-hmm.
then it will again
Call the same
some
function.
function call the same function. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And now again it will call the same function but on this list. Now which line will be executed on this input?
Line number 6.
Line number 6.
Line number 6, sir.
And with line number 6, what do we get as an output?
1 1 2.
1.
1 2.
2.
This,
1
Okay,
plus
yeah.
2.
1 plus then 2, right, which is eventually the whole list, exactly, right? Okay,
Yeah.
so this
Yes,
is
sir.
for this. Okay, so this is a very big list. Let's take the example till
Removing duplicates, sir.
yes, of course, that is about removing duplicates, but I just wanted you guys to solve it. So okay, let's take a little half of the list, like 1 5 4 3 2 1 3. Now you guys tell me what will happen in the first function call. Anyone?
Yeah, so one will be
One is
basically will
in.
add to list that
Mm-hmm. Okay, so one is
one,
okay. So which
yeah,
line will be executed for this list?
6
6.
and
Line 6, sir.
Are you guys sure?
No, so line number 4. All 4 5 6.
Line number 4 and 5 first,
Yes, yes.
right? After line number 4 and 5, then it will go ahead and ahead. Okay, so with line number 4, what do we get?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1,
5 4
3.
3 2. 1 and 3. All right. And now which line will be executed?
Line number 6.
Line number 6, right? And with line number 6, what do we get? 5 and
5.
then some function
Original
call.
4, 3,
Okay,
2, and
like this 4 3 2 1
2, 1.
3, right? Now on this list it won't work. On this list we are calling the function again, right?
Yes.
Now you guys tell me which line will be executed.
Again, line number 6.
Line number 6 again. So we will get 4 and then 3 2 1
1,
3. Now which line will be executed?
4. Line number 4.
Okay, 4. What about others, guys? Most of you like already know this question if you have done this, so please let's make the session more interactive. Now tell me what will be the output here.
Yeah, overall, I think it will just remove the duplicates.
Yes, it
is
will
what we-
remove the duplicates, but which values it will maintain. Okay, from this just tell me the output what we will get eventually.
It will preserve the order also, right? It will preserve the order and it will remove the duplicates.
Okay, like it will preserve the first occurrence or last occurrence?
Last
It will
occurrence.
be last occurrence
Last
because
occurrence, right? So what list we will get at the end?
let's see.
5, 4, 3,
1.
2.
Okay, all
5,
right.
4.
Okay, 5 is already there, 1 is already there, so we will remove this. 4 is there, okay, so we'll remove 4. Now 3 is there, we'll remove 3. 2 is also there. Now we'll get 1. Okay, so 1 will be the first element. Then
3,
2.
okay, are you sure?
2,
3
2,
3 is already
2,
there, right? So 2, then 4,
4,
then 3,
3,
then 5,
5, and
then
7.
7. So this is the output, right? Everybody got it? Okay, if you
Yes.
don't, just like you can ask. Okay, so 1 2 4 3 5 7, simple, right? Just see the code first, find what is the base case and take the same example, or you can take your custom example as well, like this which I have taken, and just solve it for some iterations. आपको पूरा pattern समझ आ जाएगा, right? And when you understand what the question is doing, what the like code is doing, you know what will be the output, right? So let's move further now. Check cooling is a method of class air conditioner. Yes.
This session are streaming in your YouTube channel.
No, I'm recording this session. It will be uploaded to my YouTube channel. Okay, as always the same. Just Parampreet Singh Python. You can
But
search.
I have to attend a CT session, so
Okay, so no, I do not take CT sessions and all. I just take Python, machine learning, and recently I
no.
took maths.
I have now say CT session, so mm, I see later your.
Okay. By the way, you can subscribe to my channel if you want to like watch the Python or
Yeah,
MLP sessions. Okay,
yeah.
just paste the link. Okay. Now next one. Let me drag it up here. Check cooling is a method of class air conditioner that updates the attribute cooling required to the boolean literal true if the current temperature is above 28. Okay, so you guys tell me when cooling required attribute will be updated.
If the temperature is above 28.
Right? And if it will not be true if it is equals to or below 28, right?
28.
Now
Yes,
you
sir.
guys know the if condition,
Yes.
Yes,
right?
sir.
Okay, now we just need to know like how can we create a class and how can we create this method and how to access that cooling required attribute and current temperature. Okay. Okay, rather than I would say looking at the answers. Okay, let's keep it here only. You guys tell me why first is correct and why not second one is correct.
Because
Because
it's on using self and they above 28.
Um, okay, but
yeah,
28 is there in both of. the code, right?
Because
Yeah.
we are not giving
First
argument
option
into
is
the check cooling.
Okay, one by one. Okay, so the overall summary is like in the first question, we are passing the object, right? The instance. In second one, we are not passing the object, or let's say self, right? So that is why it is not correct. I know.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. So because we need to access the current temperature and cooling required parameter of the self object, but that self we are not passing it here. Okay. Now what about third? What's the issue here?
That the current temperature comparison is not having self, so it's not
Right.
it's
So
not checking
it's
that.
a local variable, right? Here it is treating it as a local variable, but no, the current temperature is an instance variable of the self or the object, right? So you guys just need to keep in mind all these things. So whenever the word attribute comes in like a class or method object oriented programming questions, just make sure that variable will need the instance, which in this case is self. Okay.
One question,
Mhm.
sir. If this current temperature was a class variable
Mm-hmm.
rather than instance variable, then
Mm-hmm.
that code would have been fine, where we only call the current temperature greater than 28.
If
Or,
current temperature is constant, like we can change the class variable values as well for a specific instance, right?
hmm. No, we
Uh,
cannot, right? I
no,
think I was watching the other session in which you said that it's not instance specific. So
it's
once you
not
define it
instance
for,
specific. Okay, yes, I forgot to told you one thing. Let me open it. Um, let's make a very basic class. Main2.py. I hope the code is like the VS code
yeah,
is
yeah,
visible,
I
right?
can see it. Yeah,
Okay, file. Okay. Let's create this only class. So the class is air conditioner and check cooling cool. Okay, take it. Air conditioner. So we have this class, and now in this class we have a method of like self and cooling required. Okay, I'll just keep these this only,
ठीक
and
है,
this is a boolean variable, right?
yeah, yeah.
And now def check cooling self. If self dot if I would say, what is the variable?
I think
Current
check
temperature.
and temperature. Yeah.
Okay, if self dot current temperature or itna is greater than 28, then it would return, it should, okay, it should set cooling required to true. Okay, so let's say it's starting, it's false only, we are not accepting it from the user. Okay, so self dot cooling required is true, else self dot cooling required is false. Now if I set current temperature as 30, okay,
Hmm.
now let's create two instances, AC1, okay, and AC2, okay.
Okay.
And after doing the check cooling, or let's say at starting, let's set it to none. It won't be false, it won't be true at starting, right?
Hmm.
It will
Okay.
be none. Now let's call the function AC1 dot check cooling, and then we'll print AC1 dot cooling required. Okay, now similarly we will do same for the AC2. Okay,
Okay.
AC2 and AC2. Now let me run this. So this is fine. Okay, so we are getting true here. Why true? Because this is 30. Okay,
Yeah.
because this is a class variable right now, and we can access the class variable using the just current temperature or using self as well. I know.
Okay.
The
Okay.
okay, not in this manner, but if we want to access it as a class variable, then we can either access it via self or air conditioner. Okay, with the air conditioner, like the class name, we are specifically saying that it is a class variable, and if I write self, that means it will be instance specific, which means I can change the values of like AC2 dot current temperature is, let's say, 25. Okay, now I'll check the cooling and I'll see cooling required. Now you guys will see a difference. See, I'm getting false. Okay,
Okay.
if
Okay.
I change the value of like a class variable for a specific instance ना, तो एक new instance variable create हो जाता है. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
this
Okay.
is
Got
what happens, and that is why now like it is checking. Now if I remove self from here and if I check for air conditioner, now it will always give me true, true, true. Why?
got
Because I am
it.
accessing the
Variable.
class variable, not the instance variable. Okay, are you guys clear with this?
Yeah, yeah. But
Mhm.
if we had put a current temperature as a local to that check cooling method, then it would have been okay.
Then
Correct?
it
If it
will
was a
be an
local
error.
variable,
uh,
local to that, if you define it in local to that function, then it is
yes,
fine. Correct?
then it is then it is different, like current temperature if I have defined here.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, got it. Got it.
all
Perfect. Perfect.
right.
Thank you.
Okay, so this was the sum important. I don't know how I forgot, but yes, I hope now you guys are clear with this. Okay, all right. Now the next one. Now here current temperature is a local variable, that is also. Now there is also like the similar to the third one, cooling required is an attribute. Okay, it is not a local variable. So the same thing. I hope you all are clear with this question. Okay, great.
Yes.
Now next one. What is the output of the following code? It's an interesting question. Okay, just before that, I just want to confirm how many of you have done those like practice question which I gave in last session, or tried at least the pair one. Okay, Kalyani. Okay, only Kalyani did. Okay. Have you done the like object-oriented question or the other recursion questions?
The recursion questions.
Okay, Priyanshu has also done. Priyanshu, okay. And yes, you guys can like post the solution in the comments as well, so that for others it will help. Okay. Now for list comprehensions also I have already provided a lot of questions in OPP session. So okay, first let you guys tell me, if we write this into like a code, how it will be like in a for loop. If we write this in a for loop, what will be the code? Let me just write it here.
Yeah. So first we'll take that for loop.
Okay,
For x.
for x in range 1 comma 11.
11.
Then
If
Then we
x
do if
modulo 2
condition.
is equal to 0.
if x modulo 2 is equal to 0.
0. The print.
Okay, no, we need to
No.
append that into a list. Okay, like this.
Correct.
And L dot
Yes,
append
sir.
what? L dot append x?
Yeah.
X,
No, x square.
X
X
Square,
square.
square.
right?
X square.
And in L's case, we'll append 2 into x, right?
2 into X. Yes,
Okay.
sir. 2 into X.
So you
2X.
all guys are like, you all are like clear with this topic, right? How to interpret this list comprehension, right? Anyone is
Yes, sir.
having
Yes,
any
sir.
doubt?
No, sir.
Okay, great. So this is a very basic code, and if you know how to interpret this, then you also know like you can calculate the answer, right? You just need to figure out the numbers and the calculation. So yes, for each even number it is squaring, and for odd number it is multiplying it with 2, right? This is what is happening, I know. And you can see the sequence as well. So again, very easy question if you know how to interpret list comprehension. Now file handling question. What is the okay? We have opened it in write mode, and we are writing all this, and then we are closing it. You guys tell me what will be there in the file.
Apple, banana,
The
cat,
last.
dog, elephant.
Yeah.
Okay.
All concatenated
They will
without.
write in a sequence.
Okay. First tell me, um, all 5 lines will be there in the output.txt or only the last line?
Only
All
5 lines. All 5
Only
lines.
the
All
sixth
five
line.
lines.
Only the sixth line. Okay, I'm getting two different answers.
All the five would be
Mm-hmm.
in the same
All the
line.
file there.
All the five lines will
All
be
five.
there. Okay, because we have opened it right now. So इसके पहले का content overwrite होगा. Whenever we open it, the previous content will be overwritten. Not like if we do f dot write apple and then f dot write banana, it will not remove apple. It will keep apple there. Now tell me how many lines will we get in output.txt?
One
One
line.
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 One line.
One line, right?
One line.
Because it is just in a single string we are getting all this. There is no new line, right? Again,
Yes, sir.
very easy question. Okay, what is this? Hope this is
So
fine.
in file handling, it's always one line and without spaces, and there is no new line character.
Mm-hmm.
But in PPA, there was one question where I didn't understand. It says print, and then it had new line, like it was like new line character was present there. Uh, So when we
Um,
print it, the new line character is automatically present, or what? Like
in the last, like at last, you can say, okay, the last letter will have the
new line character.
new line character, but it is kind of well, it depends upon the editors which we are using, but generally it won't have. If I just normally let us create this.
Without backslash and how new line will be formed.
Yes, okay, let's create this f dot open output.txt f dot write okay, write apple and then banana, then okay, we can write anything, right? It doesn't matter. Now I have executed the code. Let's see output.txt. So we are getting only one line only, and let us now print it as well. So if we open it and print f dot read, okay, and f dot close as well. So we are getting this in a single line only. Why there's a new line? You guys tell me. Because by default print statement has a new line, right, at the end. The okay, if I hover it, see the end parameter is having new line. So that means whenever we write something, it will be ended by a new line. If I set end equals dash, and now if we execute this, now see there is no new line, right?
Okay.
Is it clear to you all what is happening
Yes.
exactly?
Yes.
It
Yes,
is
sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
it's not because of the file, it is because of the print function. Okay, just like
So only when the print function is present, then only there will be new line, and if print function is not there, the new line character will not be there.
right. The content is only this. There is no new line. Okay, until and unless I press enter, and then it will be a new line. Okay, so are
So
you
if
guys
the
clear?
code
Mm-hmm.
written in a function, then like we'll use the return function. Like to print it, we'll use return, and in at that time it won't have new line, right?
In return statement, if we are returning the whatever the content is there, then it won't have the string, like the string of the like f dot read, f dot read, it will not have the new line, but the print function is giving new line because by default the separator is space and there is a new line, right, at the end. So whenever let's say you print hi, print hello, so by default each and every print statement gives a new line, है ना? So like hi is there and hello is there, then we have a new line, and we
Yes,
can
sir.
like change it as well, like end equals, let's say I have added plus. Okay, so now see everything is coming in a single line. This is the functionality of print statement, not the file. Okay, are you guys clear?
Okay, sir.
Okay, if you all are clear, can we move ahead to next question? Oh,
Yes. Yes. Please.
great.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now this an interesting question. Let me keep it here. A library
Good evening,
maintains a
sir.
date. Yes.
Sorry to disturb you in between. I just wanted to know that this session which you are taking will be uploaded on YouTube also.
Yes, in my YouTube channel it will be uploaded. Okay.
Okay, so your YouTube channel is with name.
Okay, let me
Can you
just
just tell me the name?
yes, just Parampreet Singh Python you can search, or I'll paste the link as well.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, all right. And now the question is, a library is maintaining a database of book records in the form of list of dictionaries. So you all know what list of dictionaries will look like. They have also provided as a sample, right? We have done many questions on list of dictionary kind of like the data structure. Now each dictionary will have title, author and pages. We are defining a function get longest book that accepts the, and it will retrieve the book with the most pages, and you can assume the longest book is unique. Okay, so there is only one book which will have the maximum number of pages, or the like only one book will have the like longest pages. So if there is like 328, then there won't be any other book which is having 328 pages, right? Is the question clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, now you guys tell me, if I want to access this second dictionary, how can I access this? If I want to print this second dictionary.
Through indexing.
Okay, just tell me the code. बहुत छोटा सा code है.
Records of one.
Records of two. Records of one.
Records of one. Okay, if I want to access 328, how can I access it?
Records of one
Records
of
Records of
Pay.
pages.
Okay,
Yes.
I'm getting different answers. Okay, this is in which dictionary? The first dictionary. How can we access first dictionary?
0.
Records of 0.
zero.
Then how can we access 328?
Of
Pages.
pages.
That will
Records
Zero of
be zero.
0 of pages, right?
Of pages. Yes, sir.
Okay.
2.
Is records of 0 of pages, not 2. Okay, we need to specify the key, not the index, because in dictionary we do not have index. So this is clear, right? How do you access the keys and values?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Now you just need to implement a basic min max functionality, maximum functionality. Like how can you check whether a number is, like how can you get the maximum number of pages? Okay, just loop over this. And yes, Kalyani.
So can you please just repeat the value thing? So if we want to access the value 328, then we will mention dot value of pages, right?
No,
So
we will do something like this. Okay, the font is very small. Record and sorry, records, then 0, then we will mention pages.
Page.
Okay,
pages.
so this is the whole code.
So this will give us the value, not the key.
Yes, obviously. From dictionaries, we can access value from a key, not a key from a value. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
And if
Okay.
you want to access a key from a value, then you need to like create a manual loop for that. I hope you know, you all know about this. If not, you can just try it once.
Okay.
Okay. Now,
Okay.
the question is clear. We need to implement the maximum logic, right, to access the maximum number of pages. I know. Now, you guys tell me which code is correct. And it should return a dictionary. Okay, it should return the whole dictionary, like the whole dictionary, not the maximum pages. Well, I have said
Second one.
yes, second one. Is anyone is having any kind of doubt why second one is correct and why not first one? Okay, in the first one, we are like going through each and every record. We are accessing the pages and checking it with maximum pages. If the pages is more than max, then we are setting max pages as the number of pages which we have, and then we are simply returning the number of pages which we have, the maximum pages. But the function should return a dictionary containing the details of the longest book. That means the whole dictionary, title, author and pages. We do not need only 328, we need everything. Okay, the whole the dictionary itself. The same thing is happening here till the line number 5. From like the line number 5, line number 1 to 5 is same in both of the code. But from line number 6, what we are doing is we are going to the records and matching which record is having the maximum pages. We are just returning that record. Okay, this is what is happening. Now, are you guys clear? Everyone is clear?
Yes. Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes.
We can also like, we can just add one more variable here, and we can also like do a little bit modification. एक variable add करना पड़ेगा. That means just 2 more lines of code, and we don't need any other loop. Anyone knows how can we do that?
Dict of.
No. Okay, let me just write this. Okay, longest book records and max pages 0 for record and records. If record is record of pages, let me set record of pages is greater than that, then we are having maximum pages. Right now we are returning maximum pages, right, in first snippet. But what if, let's set max book equals just none, we can set it to none, doesn't matter. Okay, if we found a book which is having maximum pages, what we can do, max book equals record, right? And instead of returning maximum pages, we will return maximum book.
Nice book.
Okay,
Record represent
record is the dictionary.
dictionary.
Okay, are you guys clear? How can we do this? Like,
Yes, sir.
this code is doing exactly the same thing what the second snippet is doing, but in a different manner. Okay, so here we are using only one loop instead of going through all the records again. Okay, so yes, this is just, you can say, a very an easier way. बस 2 line का code add करना था, nothing else. Now only second snippet is
So,
correct.
so we can assign a dictionary name to any other variable. So that's what
Yes,
we have done.
yes, yes,
Okay.
yes. The similarly, max pages is an kind of a value in the dictionary, and record is a element of
Dictionary.
records list, right? So we can access that element in any way. There is no restriction. Now, okay. So what is the output of the following code? You guys tell me what is happening here. Okay. First we are having 3 sets. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Then in the
Yes,
okay,
sir.
in first loop, what is happening?
We are adding every element of A in C set.
Yes. So A and C both will have the same elements,
Yes, sir.
right? Now in
Yes, sir.
second loop, what we are doing?
We're seeing
Very
if every
They
element in B is also
this
there
will
in
give
C.
the same value in A and B.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So this is kind of a difference, symmetric difference we are doing,
yes, sir.
right? So you all know like the sets from maths 1, the Venn diagram and all, you know what symmetric difference is. Like what we are doing, we are checking whether uh, like whatever elements B is having, if there is any element in C like matches. Okay, let me just create a Venn diagram of this. So there's a dictionary sorry, the A and C both are same sets, right? So let's say this is a set C and there is a set called B. Okay, both are having some common elements, let's say X, Y, Z. है ना? What we are doing here in the second loop?
We are
Removing all the
removing
element those not are in A.
No, we are removing all the elements which are
that are
in
not
C,
in. Yeah.
In C.
which are in C, right? So we are
Yeah.
removing the common elements,
Yeah.
है ना, from C. So C will have like we can simply say like it is like B union C, है ना, and we're just simply accessing the only the C part. So basically B unions, from this whole elements we are just taking whatever the C elements which we have, or in B union C we are removing the B and intersection B intersection C. So we will get all the elements which are only exist in C. This is what it is happening. If you know like this notation, this like a very basic the sets operation, that is okay. If not, you can ignore this. Okay, just ignore this. And what we are doing is eventually C will have only those elements which are unique to it, which is not there in any, which is not there in set B, है ना? Like 2 is there, so C will not have 2, and 4, okay, does not have any 4. But about 5,
5.
5, right? 5 is common and 15
5
is
will
common.
remove, sir.
Yes, 5 will be removed and 15 will be removed
5
and 2
is
will be
also there.
removed. Yes, so we will get 1, 3, 9 and 11, 18, 20.
11, 8, 18, 14.
Okay, is this clear to you all?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes.
Okay, great.
Fifth line.
Mm-hmm.
In fifth line.
Fifth line, we are just adding all the elements from A to C. That means C and A set will have both of the, like both will have the same number of elements, right?
Okay.
So A and C both are same sets, we can say that. Okay, now we have these code. Okay, in each of the code, can you guys tell me what is happening? First code 1.
Sir, first code is run without any error.
Okay, and
Go
this,
to
Second will throw an
Second,
error.
throw an error in line 2.
okay, and what error we
And
will
code
get?
C also.
Code
Yes,
C
yes.
also runs.
Sir, in code 2,
Mm-hmm.
T of 0 mean in 0 index में 1 है, मगर यहाँ पे हम शो कर रहा है equal to 4. That's not true.
No,
So
no,
it's an error.
No, we are
No, no,
assigning a
it's a
value
sign
in
होगा.
tuple,
One
but
will
that's
get
not
We are
possible.
assigning.
Okay, okay, first tell me what is T? What is the type of T?
Tuple.
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 Can we modify a
Tuple.
tuple?
No, no,
No.
no.
Tuple is
No, sir,
not
we
being
can't
double
modify
No.
it.
No.
not being
So
double.
that is giving us the error, right? We cannot modify the tuple T, and that is what we are doing in line number 2. We are modifying the tuple, which is not possible, है ना? So in
Yes, yes.
code 2 we will get an error. What about code 3?
It will
It
run.
would print one, so it would.
Sir,
Yes.
it will run
Yes, so
perfectly, sir.
code 1 and code 3 will run without any error, है ना?
Yes, sir. Yes.
And code 2 will give us
Yes,
an
sir.
error. So the same thing, code 2 will throw an error.
Yes, sir.
And code 3 will run without any error. Similarly, code 1 will also run without any error. Basic question, है ना? Now let's move further. Consider the function. So we have this function. Okay. Again, this question comes in almost, I guess, every term. Okay. So till line number 4, what we are doing from 1 to 4?
Matrices.
Yes, we are iterating over the matrix.
Matrix.
है ना? I will have the row indexes and J
Rows.
will have the column indexes,
Column.
we can say.
Column indexes.
है ना? Then what this first condition is doing? It is first checking
We are checking
index.
for diagonal elements.
Here the
Yeah.
row and column are not equal.
It is removing the diagonal elements.
No, we are not removing anything.
If the diagonal elements are not equal,
no,
except the elements of the diagonals, if they are not equal to 0, then it would return false.
If the, yes, we can simplify it as like if non-diagonal elements are not 0, then we are returning false. है ना? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
If non-diagonal elements, so that means we are checking for non-diagonal elements, है ना? So a diagonal element is what? Where the row index and column index is same, right?
Yes.
As this is clear to you all, है ना? Okay. So all right. So एक छोटा सा example देख लेते हैं. You guys will tell me whether should we get false or true. So 1 and 0 and 0 and 0 and let's
Yes,
say
it looks like it's a scalar matrix. That's what it's looking.
yes. Okay, as it is written there. No.
Yeah, matlab, it's looked like
Yes,
that
it
it's a
looks like.
scalar.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. Obviously, we will go there. Now you guys tell me. With the first if condition, what it is doing? It is checking for diagonal elements. What diagonal elements do we have here? Okay, okay. How can I do that? Yes. So we will have, like we are having, this has the diagonal element, this is the diagonal element, and this is the diagonal element. How? The I and j both are equal. Like I is 0,
Yes.
j is 0, I is 1, j is 1, I is 2, j is 2. Right? This is clear
Yes,
to
sir.
you all? If it is clear, please give thumbs up. If not, you can give a thumbs down. I can explain it again. Okay. Now we are checking if non-diagonal elements is not having 0. Okay, then we will return false. Here we are having 0, right? So that means the line number 5 will not execute. Okay, eventually line number 6 will not execute. So we are free from these two lines. Now what does line number, like the second if condition, is doing?
It's for the diagonal elements.
It is checking the diagonal elements, and
If they are not 0,
no,
sorry, if they are not equal
same.
to the first element.
Yes, or we can say if all the diagonal elements are not same, or we can call it as a scalar matrix, right? What a scalar matrix is? A scalar matrix is a diagonal matrix with all the diagonal elements as the same number, right? So like this is a scalar matrix as well. If I draw it something like this will be equal to 2 itself only, है ना? ये तो आपको बेसिक मैथ्स 2
So
के
even
पता होगा.
identity matrix will also be
Yes, identity.
scalar.
Yes, this is an identity matrix, right? And this
Yeah.
is a scalar matrix.
Okay.
There is
Yes, sir.
not much difference. So we just need to check for the scalar matrix or identity matrix. This is a scalar matrix. Yes. Is this a scalar matrix? Yes.
Yes.
Why this is not true? This is a diagonal
Diagonal
matrix, right?
elements are not same.
Yes, diagonal elements are not same. And why this is not true?
Non-diagonal are not 0.
Don't.
Yes, it is kind of checking for the other one, the other diagonal,
Excuse me,
right?
sir.
Yes.
In the second loop,
Mm-hmm.
we are checking for the not scalar, right, sir? But in the second for loop,
Second for loop, second if condition.
yeah, second if condition,
Mm-hmm.
we are checking for non-scalar, right, sir? Because they shouldn't be equal. Not equals to is there, right, sir? Like
No, then we
diagonal
will get
elements should
false.
not.
It is asking
We
when we
return
get
false.
true. Okay, it will return false if they are not equal. Okay, like if we have a matrix, some kind of a this 1 0 0 and 0 2 0, so then it will give us false, है ना? Are you clear with this? Like it
Yes.
is checking whether the first element is same as this and this, but no, first element is different, right? So basically it is checking for the scalar matrix, okay, where all the
Yes, sir.
diagonal
But
elements are
in the
same.
first for loop, if it is false, then we should return true, right, sir? In the first for loop, the case will be same, right, sir?
The first for loop, okay, first if condition, right?
Yeah, sorry. First if condition, yeah, sorry.
The first if condition is checking for what elements, the diagonal one or non-diagonal?
Non-diagonal one,
In non-diagonal one, what it is checking for? Non-zero
not
elements,
0. Yeah.
right?
If it is 0, then it will return true, right, sir?
Yes, then this return statement will not be executed. Then it will check for second if, and eventually when the whole loops are, both the loops are executed, then it will return true, है ना? Are you guys clear with
Yes.
this? Okay. Oh right. Okay, great. So easy question था, just that आपको ये indexes check करने हैं. If you are clear with the indexes and if you're clear with the basics of matrix, you know how to solve this. Now M is a M comma N matrix. Okay, so is this a square matrix? M?
No.
No, right?
No.
And we wish to calculate the sum of each column and store it in column sums. Okay, so we need a code which will calculate the column sum for each column. Okay, so let's say the matrix is 1 comma 2 and 2 comma 3 and 0 comma 1. What column sum will have? Anyone? Okay, how many columns do we have in this?
3,
Columns.
Two. Two.
2 column,
Two
2 column,
columns, right? The first column, what is the sum of first column?
3.
3.
3,
What is the
3,
sum of second column?
6.
6,
5,
right?
6.
6, है ना? So we just need to return this 3 comma 6, this list from a matrix. Okay, have you guys understood the question?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, now first let's ignore the list comprehension one क्योंकि वो complicate कर सकता है थोड़ा if you are not clear with the concept of list comprehension. Let's first take the normal one. Okay, now we are having m comma n column sums for j in a range n. What is n? Like what n is storing exactly?
El element in the row, number of element.
Number of elements in the row, or we can say
The first.
the
Number of columns.
number of columns, right?
Number of column. Yeah.
है ना? And then what it is doing, it is initiating a variable c sum 0, and then it is going through each and every row, and then it is just accessing that index, that specific element, and just adding the sum, adding it to the c sum, and we are appending it. Is the code clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Sir, why we are checking in the fifth line for I in range M?
we need to go through the like row, right? We need to go through the first row, then second row, then third row to access all the elements, है ना?
Yes, sir. Okay.
First we are accessing the column, right? J is having the column index which is 0, so we are at 0, but we don't know which row we are. So for the rows we are running this loop, and I will store the row index which is 0, 1 and 2. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
How
sir.
many of you are confused in this, or in a specific line or something? If not, can we? Okay. Okay. So now the list comprehension one. Now you guys tell me, if I want to write this list comprehension, what would be the first line would be?
First line.
For I in range n,
Yes.
m.
No. The
M,
outer
M,
loop is
comma,
the
N
first
equal
line.
to
J in
for
range.
J in.
For J in range, है ना? For J in
Yes,
range,
sir.
and n will have n here, so I'm just writing in a very vague manner. And then what we are doing here, okay, let me just take a
For I
screenshot.
in range.
Yes, so let me take a screenshot and get okay, a little smaller. Okay, now this is the first loop, right? This is the first line, and now this is this whole part. What we are doing here, we are summing up a list, right? This is a list, है ना? इतना clear है सबको? Is this a list?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, and what this list is having, आप ना अभी बाकी सारा कोड भूल जाओ. Just tell me what this list is doing. It is going through each and every row, for I in range m, है ना? And then what
Yes.
we are doing, we
Yes.
are accessing m of I of j. j हमें कहाँ से मिल रहा है? From this,
Columns. Yes.
right? And now this, what this list will have eventually, कोई बता सकता है?
Elements in row.
No, it will have
Element of
elements in the column elements. Okay,
Column.
column.
column elements. So it will have the column elements. So the same, if I take a matrix like 0 1 1 2, this matrix only. Okay, this list will for the column 0, this list will be 0 and 1. Okay, sorry, let me erase this one. And for column 1, when we have j equals 1, this list will be 1 comma 2.
1 or 2.
Okay, and now we are just summing up this list. That means we are calling the sum function on this. It will result in 1, it will result in 3, and that is what we are storing in column sum. Are you guys clear with this code? I know थोड़ा सा
Yes.
Sir,
complicated है.
Yes, sir.
sir,
Yes.
but m of I j returns the index value, right, sir? Not the value of element.
M of I will return.
No, sir. I'm telling m of 0, 1 will return the
M of 0 of 1. Okay, tell me what it will return from this matrix. Let's say this is M.
1. Sorry. Yes, sir.
1. It
1.
is returning the element, right?
Okay.
Okay, are you guys clear with this? Okay. All right, great. Just one thing. सबसे पहले जो भी सबसे लास्ट पे लूप होगा ना, when there are nested lists, okay, then the last loop will come at the first. Okay, if they have written some kind of a this loop, when there are two loops in together, then जो first वाला loop होगा वो पहले आएगा. I have explained it in a very better manner in my like Python talk. You guys can just check this one video. Okay, where it is? Okay, just search for Python one-liners. You will get it. Python. I'll just show you the thumbnail. So yes, this one. Python one-liners. I have explained and I also have the PPT in that. So आपको और clarity मिल जाएगी कि how the nested list comprehension, the nested comprehensions works. Okay. So shall we move ahead?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, you guys tell me what is wrong in this code. It looks like very same. कोई बता सकता है what is
Adding
wrong?
row sum.
Yes, we are adding the row sum, not the
Yeah, the
column
rows.
sum. We are first going through the row, then we are going through the column. But this is not what we want. We want to go through the column first because we need column sum. Okay. And again, what we are doing here? Anyone? Okay. For column in M, what column will have like this call variable? What it will have?
Matrix.
Sum of column elements in column.
It will have the row, this row, है ना? Like we say for I in M, what I will have? I will have this row and this row. Am I right?
Yes, yes.
And then we are just summing up the row. Again, the same thing. We are summing the rows here in this code and in this code. Okay. Just don't get confused with the variable names. IITM intentionally provides us very vague variable name जिससे हम confuse हो जाएं. Okay, just treat it as like we are writing for I in M, not for column in M. Actually, it's a row, not a column. Okay, so this is kind of a bad code, we can say. So you guys are clear, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, What is the base case here? This is a recursion question, right? What's the base case?
If n equal to 1, return m.
And what we are doing eventually in this, it's a very familiar code. Last session में मैंने किया था recursion, okay, but what
We are calculating the power.
right, we are calculating the power, and the base power we are having as 1, right? If we like provide, okay, for the calculate 3,2, you guys tell me what the flow will be. Okay, let me keep it aside, and this is the loop. Okay, sorry, this is the whole function, and if I do, I'm writing calc instead of calculate. Okay, if I'm writing 3,2, now the if, okay, m will have 3, n will have 2, am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, up to clear?
Correct, correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
the if condition is true or false?
False.
False. So now we will go to the line number 4. What line number 4 is doing? M plus calculate what? 3 comma 1. Now in this function, m is 3, n is 1. Which line will be executed?
3.
3. What line number 3 will return?
3.
3. Okay, so we are getting 3 here in this place. Now 3 plus 3, what is the result? 6. So 3 raised to the power, oh sorry, yes, so we are getting here, but it is not power.
We are multiplying the digits.
The number, right. We are not calculating the power. We are multiplying it. So multiplication is the same, right? अगर आपको, this is a very basic thing. Second class में हमें पढ़ाया जाता है. If we multiply 2 into 5, that means we are adding the 2 5 times, right? This is what we are doing here. We are adding the m n times, है ना? Can we say this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes, sir. Great. So we'll get the result here. This will give us 6, this will give us 12, this will give us 20. So what will be the final output?
38.
38, right? So we just need to write it. 3-mark question, very easy.
Excuse me, sir. How you are knowing that it is recursion? Like by
We are calling the same function in the
fourth
function.
player.
This is the very first rule in recursion. Like if the same function is being called in the function definition, that is a recursion. Okay. Then we check
So
for the
what
base.
are the other rules for recursion?
There are only 2 main rules when a function is a recursive function. First is if we call a same function. The second is the base case. Okay, if the base case is not there, then what will happen? Anyone?
Sir, can you tell about base case?
Infinite loop.
Yes, sir.
Infinite. It will run infinite times, which will eventually lead to recursion limit error or stack overflow error. Okay, what the base case you were asking?
What is base case? I'm asking, sir.
Okay, base case is okay. In a very short summary, if I say you, base case is where we actually stop the recursion. Okay, if we like, if we go below this, like if we do not have the base case, what we will end up with? We will end up calling the same function again and again infinite times. Am I right? Is there any limit if we remove this if condition? Okay.
No limits.
Okay, let's take this example only. Let's say we do not have the base case. Let's ignore line number 2 and 3. We are first calling calc 3 comma 2. What we will get? 3 plus calc 3 comma 1, right? If we do not have the base case, what will happen? We will again call 3 plus calc 3 comma 0. Then again it will do 3 plus calc 3 comma minus 1 and minus 2 minus 3 and so on till minus infinity it can go. It's up to the like recursion limit which we have in certain programming languages. Okay, Base case is what tells us where to stop. Like this is where we are stopping, right? So we cannot go further below. Okay.
Yes, sir. Understood.
Okay. Shall we move into next question? Okay. This is an interesting question. ये भी I guess बार बार आ चुका है. Okay, flag 1, flag 2. Okay, what the first condition? Okay, how many times this loop will run?
N minus
Minus
1.
one.
N minus 1 times.
Length of L times.
No,
6
not
times,
even N minus 1. Okay,
5 times.
It will
okay,
run length of L times, right, sir?
no. The starting is 1, ending is N. Okay, so
Okay.
like if we have a list of 5 elements, 1, 2,
4
3,
times.
4, 5. So it is going from this till not N. This. Okay, so it is running 4
N
times.
minus 1.
है ना, N minus 1 times. Now what the first condition is for? Just
Checks with the previous number on the list.
okay, what it is actually doing.
If it is greater than, so
If the previous element is
if the previous element is
Greater
less than
than
the current
Smaller
element,
than the current element.
if the yes, or we can say if the current element is greater than the previous element, then we are
yeah,
setting flag to equals false, right?
right.
What that means, like let's say we have a list called 1 comma 2 comma 3. The flag 2 will be false or true for this list?
Flag 2 will be false.
False, right? Because every ith element is greater than I minus 1 element. Am I right?
Yeah.
Is it clear to everyone?
Yes.
Okay. Now what this elif is doing?
If it's less, then it would assign flag 1 as false.
Okay. So for this case, the flag 1 will be false or true?
False.
False.
Okay. Are you sure? So 1 is denoting flag 1, 2 is denoting flag 2. For flag 1, what it will do? It is checking whether the current element is smaller than previous element. So it will give
Yeah.
us false. Okay. What about flag 2?
True.
Okay.
Flag
Yes.
will be, yeah,
Flag true
understood.
will be true. Now for this list, okay, there is a pattern. This list is in sorted manner, है ना? This is also it in sorted manner, but there is a difference. It is sorted in ascending order and it is sorted in descending order. Yes, it is checking the list is sorted or not. Now one more thing. What about this list? Like, is this list sorted? If yes, in which order?
Sorted in descending order.
Sorted in descending
Yes.
order. So what
Yes, sir.
what value do we have in flag 1 and flag 2 after
Flag
running?
1 false, flag 2 true.
Right. है ना? Are you guys clear with this?
Yes.
Okay. And then we are just like printing each and everything. Now you guys tell me what we will get in the final output. 1, 2 or 3.
3.
Okay. If you're saying 3, please go back to week 2 and revise conditionals.
Output will be 2.
Yes, output will be 2.
Yes, sir.
Right. Easy question.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
solve करने में easy लगा or was it difficult? Just understand the pattern. Okay, just break down the question into smaller parts. First I asked about how many times this loop is running. Then I asked about what the first if condition is doing. If you are clear with the first if condition, then you need to check about the second if condition, and that's it.
Sir, sir, here 3 is none, right, sir?
3 is
Like if like 3 here is none, right, sir? Because there is no 3. Like there are only 2, flag 1 and flag 2.
Okay. You guys tell me when this code will print 3 eventually.
If both are not true.
When both are
When
false.
both are false. So in which case both will be false.
Equals.
The list will
It's
be
not sorted.
okay. It is
When the list
random.
is not sorted.
Right. It is random, we can say, but not exactly random. Let's say
What does random mean, sir?
it will check
It-
like in the last.
yeah, it
Okay.
is increasing and decreasing sequence both, like
So what
combined.
about this list? What we will get for the flag 1 and 2? If the list is containing 4 ones, what we will get in the value
3.
flag 1 and flag 2?
False and false.
Are you sure?
3, so it prints 3.
Both will be true.
True. We will get 1 as the output, not 3. Am I right?
Sir, but the condition is not equal in if condition.
Where the condition is not equal?
In sixth line, if L of I is greater than L of I minus 1, right?
So the current element is greater than the previous element. Is this
Yes.
condition true in this case?
No, sir.
No.
Because there's no equal.
So flag 2 will always remain true. Flag 1 will also remain true. है ना?
Yes.
Yes.
Then we will get which output? From line number 12, 14 and 16, which line will be executed?
12.
12. We will get 1 as the output. Okay. When the list is like, when all elements are, not all elements exactly, but when the last 2 elements we can say are same, then it will return. And what about 3? When it will return 3? That was kind of the main question. Anyone?
When list is not sorted, it's random. So
Empty
if
list.
Empty list, yes, obviously. No, not even an empty list. What will happen in empty list? Flag 1 and flag 2 are true, right? Initialized as true. So if we are empty list, if we are having an empty list, that means this loop won't execute and 1 will be printed. So this is a kind of a task to you guys. Understand this code, try this code in various example, and you guys can comment in the recording of this session in the video, like when 3 will be printed. It's an interesting task.
Sir, if L contains only a single element,
Yes. No, then also it won't.
how, sir?
Now this is for you guys. Okay, now we are having very interesting question. Okay, what the f1 function is doing?
it's checking the lengths of P and Q.
Are same
So
or
P
not?
and yes, are same or not.
If they are same, then it will give us true. If not, then it will give us false, right? What f2 is doing?
It is multiplying the indexes. The value at the same indexes of both P and Q.
And then,
Um,
well, there
And
is
then adding it up.
we can say,
Summing it up.
but sir, it is doing string multiplication.
no, okay, there is a name for this functionality. In
Dot
matrix,
product.
yes, dot product. Can we say this? Dot product?
Yes.
Correct. It's a dot product, yes.
I know. Now, what this F3 is doing? F3 is checking if the dot product is
0.
0 or not.
0.
Right? Okay.
That means it's a complementary, like 90 degree. Yeah?
Yes, 90 degree. If two lists or two vectors are perpendicular to each other, then it will give us dot product as 0, right? Basic maths 2 concept of like basic vectors concept. Now you guys can just go through this, I know. So it is basically giving us the count of how many pairs are actually having a dot product as 0, or how many vectors are perpendicular to each other. Okay.
Sir, can you explain this again? From starting.
Which one? Which function?
From starting.
Okay. What the first function is doing? You tell me.
It is checking their lengths are equal or not.
Okay, for two variables, right?
Yes, sir.
है ना? And for string it can check, for list, for tuple, for dictionary it can check. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
For integer can it check? No. Like integer does not have any kind of length, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now we are having lists here, right? Okay, so we'll consider it as a list, like P and Q are some list. Now F2. What F2 is doing?
It's checking for I and range length of P and returning sum of PI into QI.
So, okay, let's say I have these two lists, 1 comma 2 and 0 comma 3. Okay, this is P, this is Q. If I have called function 2, P comma Q, what will I get? 1 into 0 plus 2 into 3, है ना? Y plus here, कोई बता सकता है?
That's how dot product.
Return sum.
We are returning the sum, right? We are first getting the, okay, so if I go with the step by step, what we are having a list of the like the products, है ना? The products of two lists, right? So that means what we are having eventually 0 comma 6, and then we are summing up this list. That means we are getting 6 as the answer here. This is what a dot product is. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And then we are just checking if the dot product is 0 or not. If it is 0, that means it's a concept in vectors and matrices. If for two vectors, if the dot product is 0, that means they are perpendicular to each other. Okay. And
Yes, sir.
we are just like going through this list and the list of pairs, we can say. CT में हमने ऐसे बहुत questions किए हैं. Like we check for the pairs and we are simply counting how many pairs are like satisfying these two functions. Okay. You just need to go through each and every one. Now, and what you can do is you can even like you can try to plot it in your pen and paper. If you guys can, then आपके लिए और भी easy हो जाएगा समझना. Okay, you don't need to go through each line and line. आपको फिर directly पता चल जाएगा. Okay.
सर
Yes.
इसमें P and Q कौन सा P and Q किसको कंसीडर करेंगे कलेक्शन?
Okay, first it will, okay, for P in collection, that means it will take each list as P. Then for Q in collection, that means again it will take each list as Q. Okay, so it is kind of a checking for each pair and pair. Okay, each pair, like P में भी ये first list
1
रहेगी,
1
Q में
1
भी
2
रहेगी.
1 3.
Yes, we
Just
can say
like
that.
this 1 1 1 2 1 3 1 4.
Yes. So
Okay, thank you, sir.
this is just a pair kind of they are doing. Okay, basically अगर आपको इतना समझ आ गया ना what we are doing here, and if you just read this code once, तो आपको समझ आ जाएगा. It is checking how like what pairs are having dot product as 0. Okay, if their dot product is 0, we are just adding it. Easy है. Just try to solve it. Just like take a pen and paper and note down this list and just try to solve it. Okay, now next one, we are having a string.txt. It is the output of following code. Okay, how many lines are there?
Seven.
7.
Okay, 7 lines, right? Each line is having how many characters we are having in each line?
Two.
Two characters. First character is an integer, second character is a string, we can say, right? Is an alphabet.
A string.
And now, okay, first tell me what we are doing till line 4.
The line को break कर रहे हैं.
No,
We are taking extra space.
we are taking,
We're removing them.
we are removing the extra space, or we can say backslash n.
Yes, sir.
है ना?
New
Can we
line
say this?
character. Yes.
Can we say this? We are removing the end line, the new line. है ना?
Yes.
Now, for
Yes,
character,
sir.
okay, was there like try and accept was there? Is it in
Yes.
the syllabus?
Yes, it's there.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. I
Yes.
literally forgot. Um, even I forgot to ask, and मुझे syllabus में भी नहीं, like मैंने जिनसे पूछा था. Okay, no worries. So you all know what try except do? I hope you know. So try what this is.
Try.
Sorry.
मुझे ये इसका पता है, ये सिलेबस में है.
Okay. So what try and except do is it runs this code, the try block. Okay. If try block runs without any error, then it's completely fine. If it produces any kind of error, that error will be handled by the except block. Okay. Okay guys, this is like a very rough overview. If you guys want to check, I'm not explaining the concept here, you can check my like previous revision sessions. आपको वहाँ पे मिल जाएगा. Okay, I've explained it I guess many times in the Python playlist only. You can get in the revision. Hopefully you will get, or somewhere. Okay, in end term revision you can get the try except this. I have explained it already. Okay, these previous sessions, session number 26 and session number 27. 27 it was, yes. Now what we are doing here eventually, if you guys know what try and except do, you guys know like what we are doing here.
We are checking if there is a value error, and if there is a value error, then we are adding one to the count.
So okay,
अगर
for
characters
character
are
in line, for each character we are converting it into an integer. Okay, if it is successfully converted into integer, will we get any error?
No.
No. If like okay, for 1 we will get an error or not?
No, sir. No.
For a
No,
will
sir.
we will get an error or not? What about a?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
We will
Okay,
get a.
so it is basically counting for each character how many times we will get an error, right? The count is storing the that count, and how many times we will get an error?
7.
7 times.
Right? Because there are 7 characters in like 7 strings, we can say 7 alphabets which cannot be converted into an integer. Enough? Am I clear?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So yes, 7 is the output. Easy question. Now this is a very interesting question. Okay. So first let's see the variables. We have a words variable, string, and we have a dictionary. 1 2 3 4 5. Can you find some relation in these two variables? There is some kind of a relation. अब like values
Yes,
देख के आप
yes.
बता सकते हो.
Keys equals to dictionary of keys.
First and last.
The
A string
dictionary,
and
the keys
dictionary.
in the dictionary are there in the string, right?
Yes,
It
sir.
denotes the
Yeah.
position of the key is present in the string.
No, don't go into the
No,
position
no.
or anything. I'm just asking normally. There is a pattern, like there is a common thing, right? In these two, line number 1 and line number 3, the keys in dictionary are there in the words string. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now we are having word as an empty string and value and index as 0 0. So how many times this loop will run? We don't know exactly. We know it will run.
5 times.
Okay, how 5 times?
5 times.
5 times.
Four.
4 times.
Four. Four times, sir.
Okay.
Till the
Oh,
end of
sorry,
the
4 times.
string.
Len of words. What is the len of words we have? It's a very big len.
Four.
4.
Are you sure?
Oh no, sir. One.
1, sir.
No.
One, sir.
No.
One, sir.
No.
One
No.
is
No.
thing, sir.
No.
One.
No. No.
1.
Words is a string. Each character will be counted. Okay. So like their length is 4.
Separated by comma.
Yes, comma will also be
4.
counted. So their length is
4.
4, 5. No. 4, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and so on and so forth. Right? Their length will be the total, how many characters we have, that will be the length here. Okay? Do not get confused with the comma or
Sir,
something.
it will count
It will
number
count
of
everything.
letters, sir.
It will count everything. Each and every character which we have. The 23. Someone has just written 23. Yes, Sakshi. Okay, I don't know exactly what whether it's 23 or not. It will be somewhere around it. Okay. It's not 4, it's not 1. Are you guys clear with this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then what we are doing here, what we are doing here exactly. Character equals words of index. We are accessing the character, है ना? Of specific index, like
Yes,
index is
sir.
0, so we are accessing F, not 5. Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
just be clear
Yes,
with
sir.
this, and we are till we get slash. Okay, what this if condition is doing?
If we are
Character
finding
is
slash,
checking
we are
It
just
slash
out of the loop. We are
forward.
just going out of
break the loop.
It will break the while loop whenever we get a slash. Okay, so that means till
Yes.
this e it will be executed, है ना? Can we say this?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Till 3
Yes, sir.
or the
Yes.
till last e. Now if character equals comma, that means whenever we find a comma, what it is doing?
It's accessing the value of that word.
Okay, but right now the word is an empty string and there is no comma, right? Okay, so this will only happen when we reach the comma. Okay, before reaching the comma, what we are doing here? Word equals word plus character. That means the word will have f, then word will have fi, then word will have fiv, and eventually 5. So
Okay.
basically word will have each and every word. And when we reach 5, okay, after when we have the character as comma, what it is doing? It is taking the word and it is getting the value of it and simply adding the value in val. Am I right? Storing value of that key. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now you guys tell me what will be the value of val variable after running this code?
1.
No, value is adding,
5.
val is
5,
adding
sir.
whatever the value, not
Oh.
5.
9, sir.
Now yes. Okay, not 6, 5, 1, 5, 1, 3.
3.
What's the output?
9.
9, right?
9.
So 5, 3, and 1. Like 5, 1, and 3. This is how it will calculate, and that's it. Okay, at the end also we are doing something. Val plus equals d of word. Okay, so what it is doing eventually, like when we reach the comma here, this comma, okay, after that we will not get any comma because slash पे break हो जाएगा loop, right? Okay, this is a little bit big. I would suggest you watch the recording. Okay, because it will take like more time, around 5 to 10 minutes. So yes. So यहाँ पे comma पे तो ना continue हो जाएगा. Then we'll left with tr3. Okay, so first it is accessing 5, then it is accessing 1. Then we are having in word 3. Okay, we are having the value, the string 3 in the word variable, and that is what we are adding here. Okay, so eventually it will have 9 as the answer. If you try to run this loop, sorry, run this code, try to run this code, or pen and paper पे एक बारी do dry run. Dry run is same as what we are doing. Okay, we are doing verbally, just do it with the pen and paper. So आपको clear हो जाएगा. Okay.
Sir, can you explain the 18th line? Why we are adding that again in the value? In the 13th line
Okay.
also we have added, right? But
Okay.
why we're again?
Okay. So let's say we have in value we added 5. Okay. When we reach the comma. Okay. That means then word will be formed as 1, right? And when we get the character as comma, okay, the comma will be there. Then we will add 1 in the value. That means value will have 6, right? Itna clear hai?
Yes, sir.
Okay. After 6, what we are doing? We are continuing, we are moving to next character, which is T, and then H, then R, then E, then E. Okay. We are here 3. After 3, what we have? We have slash. Slash aate, what is happening?
We are
The loop is
breaking.
breaking. And this 3 will be stored in word variable. Am I right? Word equals word plus character.
Yes, sir.
Can we say this? Is it clear? Because word is getting
Yes.
emptied after each and every. So word will have 3. That means अभी value जो है val variable is having 6 as the value. After that, in line number 18, what we are doing, we are getting that word into the, like, accessing the value of that word from the D dictionary, which is 3. So we are at the end, we are adding 6 plus 3 is 9. Okay.
No, sir. Why we are not adding 3 at the 13th line itself?
Because, okay, at the 13th line, because we are only running the line number 13 when we get a comma. There is no comma in string after 3.
Could you please explain 13 and 14?
Yeah.
13 lines is simply adding the value, okay, whatever the word is formed from these keys, and then we are resetting the word variable as in empty string. नहीं तो क्या होगा? Word will eventually have 5, 1, 3. But what is happening? It is having 5. Okay. When we access the value of 5, which is 5, okay, we have added it into the val variable. Then what is happening? We are setting word as empty string so that we can create a new word from it. And then we are just doing continue. Continue means ignore the comma one and go to the next iteration. Okay. This is a little bit kind of a medium question. आपको बस थोड़ा सा ना जस्ट रन दिस, जैसे मैंने अभी यहाँ पे किया, दिस इज अ ड्राई रन. जस्ट डू ड्राई रन फॉर द होल वर्ड्स, ईच एंड एवरी कैरेक्टर. आपको पूरा क्लियर हो जाएगा. ओके. हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू आर क्लियर विद दिस क्वेश्चन राइट नाउ?
Sir, can
नो
you
मनी.
explain break, continue, and escape?
Break, continue, and
Escape. I
there, there is
got
no skip.
confused
There
in
is no skip word.
continue and
There is no skip
okay.
keyword. Break is there. Break means it will break the loop, it will stop the loop. Continue means
Break the loop.
it will go to the next iteration. Continue means it will go to the next iteration. Okay, it will go to next character. Pass, yes, pass is there. Pass is just pass. It will not break, it will not continue. Pass is just normal keyword. Okay, it will not do anything.
Okay.
So pass will not omit the current value, just like continue. Continue will omit the value.
Yes.
And pass will not omit.
Right.
It will remain the same.
Right. Okay. Now we are having this question. Okay. Consider the class doctor. Pass is something like, no, pass is just pass. Just so that, like, हमने अगर कोई function define कर दिया, we have not added
Sir,
the functionality, we can set pass. Yes.
If continue will omit the thing, or else it will just continue.
Continue will go to the next iteration. Okay. Like if we have character as comma, okay, then if the continue is executed, that means it will ignore the comma and it will go to the next character, whatever the next character is there. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we are having this doctor. Okay, how many instance variable do we have here in the doctor class? Two variables. Those are name and fee. And how many method do we have here?
3 methods.
Okay. Well, there are two methods. The first method, the init method, we do not consider it as a method, we consider it as a constructor. Okay. In last session, I have discussed this, right? The underscore init is the constructor, not like we can call it as a method, but if we count the number of methods, there are only two methods mainly. Okay.
Yes.
Now surgeon. Surgeon is the subclass of doctor. It is just an inheritance question. Okay. Super init name comma fee and okay. So what this basically is doing, a doctor can be a surgeon, right? Like there are various types of doctor. है ना? Surgeon is one type of a doctor.
Sir.
है ना? So this is what we are having. What we are doing is whenever we create a surgeon object, okay, instance of a surgeon, that will eventually be a doctor as well. So this is what line number 5 is doing. Okay, it is just assigning the name and fee. Then we are assigning the experience as well, because this is an instance variable, and we are increasing the count. What count is? Which type of a variable is this? Or attribute?
Class variable.
Yes, it's a class variable. Okay, it's not specific to the instance, it is for the class. And we are printing the info of like surgeon is a doctor, experience, and experience is simply yes or no. Like we'll get true or false. Is experienced will
Sir,
give us.
can you explain class variable and all?
Okay, I have already explained. Can anyone explain what's the difference in class variable and instance variable?
Class variable is a variable which is applicable to all the instances of the
Right.
specific class. Does not matter if you put any other value to it, but an instance variable can change. Even if you instantiate two objects for the same class, you can have two separate values
Right.
attached to each instance with that
Right.
variable.
Right. Right. So class variable will be common to all the instances. Okay, all the objects we can say. Now based on the above data, what is the output? We are creating a surgeon with the name Kian, and this is the fee, and this is the experience. Okay, surgeon dot change fee, we are changing the fee. We are simply updating the fee, right, using change fee function method, and we are printing the info. What do you think? How many lines will we get when we call this print function? So surgeon dot print info. How many lines will be printed?
So we'll print the superclass print info as well.
Yes.
Is that 2 and then 2, 4.
Okay. How many of you are saying it will print only 2? Okay. Surgeon dot print info. Which print info function it will call? This one or this one? This line number 3.
Got surgeon.
No. Anyone else, please.
Second one, sir.
Second one. Why
Yeah,
second
this
one?
one. Because it says in surgeon.
Yes, we have created an instance of surgeon class, not the doctor class. Now what is happening? We are calling it's super means we take the parent class as well. Okay, we are going to the parent class, which is doctor, and we are first we're calling the method of that super class. That means we are first calling this method. It will first print doctor name and fee, then it will print surgeon is a doctor and experience. So there will be 4 lines will be printed. Okay. What will be the name printed? The first line will be doctor name Kian, right? What fee will be printed? Is it 1000 or 1200?
1200.
1200. And what about experience?
Yes.
Yes. Right. Now, just simple this one. Why this is not true?
1,000, the fees
Yes,
Fees is
1,000.
we have
1,000.
updated the fee to 1200, right? Easy question, just that if you know basic of inheritance, you are clear with this.
Sir, is instances or name and fee?
Sorry,
Uh, what are instances here, sir? In the
instance,
doctor class.
surgeon is an instance here. Okay, name and fee are instance variables. Okay, instance is just we can call, you can say object is also an instance. Okay, they are just different names for the same thing. Now how many surgeons we are creating here?
5.
5 surgeons, right? What we are doing in this loop?
If
If
surgeons
they
are
are experienced, then we're incrementing count to 1.
Okay, and what this count will have at the end of the code?
the number of
5.
experienced surgeons.
Yes, the value. Tell me the value of count.
3, sir.
3.
3, right? Because there are 2 surgeons who do not have the like experience, right? Who are not experienced. Easy question? ये question easy था? Okay.
Sir, can you tell the difference between instance and instance variable?
Instance is the object which we create. Instance variable means the variable for
Variable.
that instance, that object. Okay. So like there are 5 instances we have created. So uh, there will be like 5 different name variables for each instance. For this the name will have Hari, for this the name will have Ayan. Okay, this is how it works.
Yes,
uh,
sir. Is 800, 1200 also instance variables?
yes, these are values for the p instance variable. Okay, because we can
Okay.
see in the question. Okay,
Yes, thank you.
now CSV question, I guess this is okay, just two last two questions. So this is the data. How many columns are there?
11.
Three
Columns.
columns. 3 columns.
And how many rows are there, the data?
11.
10 rows.
10 rows.
11.
10, not 11. First one is the column itself. Okay, the data, there are only 10 rows. Lines are 11 but rows are 10. Okay, till line number 5, can anyone tell what is happening?
It's
Explaining.
removing the extra space, and it's also
We are
split
writing them in a list,
to a
sir.
list.
Yes, we are
Entire
writing
word.
each row in a list, है ना? And what about header? Are we keeping the header in line, or what we are doing with the header, the column
We are
name?
We're keeping it in line.
What?
line.
Removed in two line. Yes, first we have read the first line. Okay, so it is reading the header and it is just ignoring it. We are not storing the header anywhere. Can you, okay, what line number 3 is doing? Can anyone explain?
We are
It's
creating a
Creating
converting it
an
dictionary of
into
empty dictionary.
employees.
Empty dictionary. It is creating an empty dictionary, right? So this is similar to if we write emp employee as this, right? है ना? Line number 3 will be
Yes.
same. Okay, now what line number 6 is doing? Each variable will have its specific data, right? Like for the row number 2, for this first row, what name will be there?
John Doe.
John Doe, right? And okay, for this row, what position will be there? The line number 9,
Recruiter.
recruiter. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes.
Okay, great. Now okay, what the first if condition is doing?
If department is not in employees, we are adding that in dictionaries.
Okay, and we are adding that department as a key, and what the value we are having for the department? An empty dictionary, right? है ना? Okay, are you guys clear with this? We are adding that key, that department, as the key for employee dictionary, and that the value of that department, each department will have a separate dictionary. Okay, so this is kind of a nested dictionary we are forming. Am I clear? Okay, now what the next two lines are doing? Anyone? Okay, ये थोड़ा सा सिमिलर क्वेश्चन जैसे हमने ओपीपी में प्रैक्टिस करे थे. I don't want to tell you because the hint will be the eventually answer. Okay, first you guys tell me how many keys we will have in the employees dictionary.
3 keys.
Are you sure? How many separate departments we have? Yes, we will have 3 keys. And what those 3 keys will be?
Department name, position.
HR
Yes,
sales IT.
HR, sales, IT, right?
IT.
है ना? These 3 will be the keys, and each key will have a value as a dictionary. This is what we are doing in line number 8. Am I right? Can we say this? अभी सबको clear हो रहा है? Okay. Now, what line number 9 and 10 is doing? If name is not there in the this particular dictionary, or this dictionary, or this
Department.
dictionary, okay, it's all overwhelming. Could you tell? Okay. Line number 7 तक 7 8 का सबको clear है? What we are doing? Okay. So what we are eventually having is this kind of a structure. Okay, this dictionary will have 3 key value pairs. The first key value pair is this, the second key value pair is this, the third key value pair is this. Am I right? Now this dictionary,
Yes, sir.
what we are doing here, if name is not in the employees of department, that means if, okay, what employees of department will be? Employees of department, um, sorry, employee and then department. What we are accessing eventually, we are accessing this dictionary. Okay, it is checking if name is not there in the dictionary. Is there any name in the dictionary?
No.
No. Then what we are doing?
No, till now.
We are creating a name key
Adding
and its
name.
position. That means what we are eventually having. कोई summarize कर सकता है? For HR, what we will have? We'll have a dictionary of each
List of
name
name and position.
and
Yeah.
their position. That means HR,
Position.
okay. What name? How many key value pairs will the HR will have?
3.
3.
Name is
3.
John Doe, James
Yes.
Smith, Emily Jones.
And what about IT?
4.
4.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4. David, Michael, and Chris and Emma. Right? Similarly for sales. अभी सबको clear है?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. And okay, now we have this. Okay, structure सबके mind में तो होगा, right? अभी तक, if we are with the flow, है ना? Now you guys tell me, if I want to access this manager, how can I access this manager? What code should I write? I'm writing the very starting code. If I want to print this manager, what should I write here?
0 of
No.
HR,
HR.
manager,
Then
manager,
no. Manager is the value.
position.
Position is the value. What is the key?
name.
Name. So
Name.
I'll write John Doe, right? Am I clear?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Is this clear to everyone?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. If I want to access a data analyst, this line from line number 6, what code should I write?
ID of Sarah of
IT of
Michael. Michael.
Michael Brown, right? I need to write Michael Brown, and I'll get the this data analyst as the result. Am I right? सबको clear है ये?
Yes. No, sir.
Okay. What is not clear?
I didn't get the part like why we are writing department and name
Okay.
to get a position.
Department is the key for this employee dictionary, or like for department are the keys, right, in this employee dictionary, and name are keys for each department. Like John Doe is the key here, and its position as like the manager is the value. This is what we are doing here in line number 10. Code is not complex, just that they have what they are doing is they are grouping each and every employee for each department. Okay. This
Yes.
we eventually do in data analysis. If we want to know how many employees we have in each department, we can do this, right? For each department, we'll create a dictionary or a list, and then we will store the count or the details. है ना? So they're just storing the data. It is not that much overwhelmed. If you read line by line, आपको पूरा clear होगा. Okay, and just practice it as well. First, like, try to run this code in your local with this data, and then what you do is whatever the output you get, just clean the whole code. Okay, write it on your own. Like, you need the outputs in this manner. How will you get the output? That you need to figure it out. Okay, so let me just remove this. Now, based upon the question, okay, print employee of finance. What do you think? What will be the output? Is there any finance department?
No.
No, sir.
No.
No. So what we will get?
Key error.
Key error?
Empty.
No, key error. Key error. This is in the try block. It will give us a key error because there is a no key named finance. There are only 3 keys, right? So it will give us key error, which eventually prints key error. Okay, easy code है ये वाला.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
थोड़ी सी प्रैक्टिस करो, आपको हो जाएगा क्लियर. Okay, now they are asking for HR keys. You know, like what HR will hold, right? Employee of HR. You guys tell me what we will get as the result for HR.
John
Not
Doe.
3,
Three.
not 3,
James
not 3.
Smith.
What we are doing here, we are printing. Okay, okay, Len. All
James.
right, all right. So we'll get 3, right? The first is John Doe, second is Jane Smith, and third is Emily. So we will eventually get 3 as the output. Easy था? अभी easy लगा थोड़ा?
Sir, what if we don't like
Yes.
the code is employee of HR dot keys, not length?
You tell me what we will get.
Is it position?
No, we'll get the keys.
The
Okay,
names.
the names eventually of the HR department. The employees of the HR department will get the names. Okay. So we are done with this. It took us 2 hours, but with the explanation as well. Okay, and we shall like hurry a little bit. So now we are this having this code. Okay, हम थोड़ा सा इसको जल्दी करते हैं. Which of the following code block print the sum of the digit? Okay, we need the sum of the digits. This is a code for, like, let's say a week 3 or 4. ऐसे questions बहुत हैं week 3 or 4 में. Can anyone tell us, like, if we provide, let's say the n will have 1 2 3, what will be the sum here, the total?
6.
6.
6, right? So we need the 6 as the output. Is the first code correct? Don't see in the answer, but tell me what is wrong here.
No, sir.
What is
No,
wrong?
sir.
A string. A
We are
string.
not
और या
converting
string
into
में
a
N
convert
string.
करेंगे.
should be
Integer.
Int.
digit as
Int.
integer.
Yes, digit should be an integer, right? Di- what digit is having? Digit is having this digit, but in the format of string, not as an integer, right? And we are adding 0 with the string. That is not possible. That will simply result in a yes, yes. We're just extracting it for an integer. Now, what is the issue here? Why this is wrong?
Total is equal to 1.
Total
Total
initiation is
is
Yes, total is
1.
initialized with 1. So we will get 7, not 6, right? Which is not the answer. Now this code is correct, right? We are having total as 0 and we are converting each digit into integer. What is wrong here?
Not assigning total
When
variable.
Yes, the total variable is not initialized.
Not
Okay, there is
Initialize.
so we will get an error that total variable is not initialized or it is referenced, used before initialization. Easy the question?
Sir,
Yes,
here
sir.
can you tell the reason why we are converting digit into integer?
Okay.
Digits are integers only, right, sir?
No, but okay, what is the type here we will get from the input function?
Okay,
String, right?
it's maybe string. Yeah.
So 8 digit will be a string, है ना? We need to convert it into an integer to sum it up,
Okay.
right?
Okay. I see. Yeah.
Okay. First we take it into, so yes, Jayaprakash, you are right. Now calculate area, it is calculating the area, return area. Type error. So this code, what it is doing? Okay. So let me tell you one thing. Just a basic, if I tell you, for the try and except. So we have a try, we have a except block, okay, we have a else block, and we have a finally block. This is kind of all the things we can have in a try and except. Okay, in try we write the code which can produce an error. Okay, if it produces an error, then that error except will handle. Okay, if it is not producing any error, what will happen? Can anyone tell me?
Go to else.
It will go, then this code will be executed. Let's suppose this code is executed successfully. Okay, it is not producing any error, then else code will be executed, and at the end finally. Now what is the difference in else and finally? If you have done exceptions, you must know this.
else will run only if there is no error, and
Right.
finally will run irrespective of
either exception is there or else is there, finally will always run.
Finally will run. Okay, finally का तो purpose ये है कि it will run eventually. Okay, the else will only be executed if try is executed. Okay, so this is the thing, this is the difference between else and finally. So just keep this in mind. Okay, tell me, if I run this function, what it will print? No, like how many lines it will print, or like what will be printed eventually? Hoga hi hoga. Anyone? Finally, yes, finally block. So reached here will be will be printed each and every time when we call a function, when we call this function. Am I right? Finally does not consider whether the try block will produce an error or not. It will run at the end. Okay, so this is kind of a, we can convert it into a block. Okay, so let's say if try, we have some try block. Okay, if it is executed successfully, okay, that means it is executed successfully, then else block will be run. Okay, once else block will run, then what will happen? Finally block will be executed. Okay, and if try does not run successfully, that means if it is producing an error, then except block will be run. Okay, and when except block will be executed, it will eventually run finally block. So this is kind of a flow. Okay, just you can take the screenshot, you can write this flow. अगर आपको ये flow clear हो गया, you are clear with this try except.
Sir, I have a doubt in this.
Yes.
So I've come across two questions. In one case, when the accept block is executed, then it keeps running for the other cases as well. I mean, does it stop at accept? Like when the error message is printed, does it go back and run on the other ones
No,
as
no,
well?
no, 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 no. Unless it
Like
is
there
in a
was
loop.
this. Okay, there was this end term question where after the error message, it ran for the other cases,
Okay.
and in another question, I think in the GA, it stopped at the error message.
Okay, can you tell me the question number and like which file is like of which paper it was?
Wait, just a minute.
Or you can just paste that question in the like comment of the video. I'll answer there. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So right now, tell me how many. Okay. How many print statements will be executed, or how many lines of output will we get?
First one, two, sir.
First one, two. From
Yeah.
the A, what we will get? How?
Because it is in string.
Okay. Okay.
So
So, all right. All right. So let's take the first case. Okay. Now tell me what will be printed.
both length and
Reach
width numbers, sir.
Yes. So if we say this acceptable print line, and then and finally print line as well, right?
Yeah.
For the
Yeah.
A. And what about for B?
For B also same, sir, because none is there. Na?
Length is there, but width is not
Width
there,
is not there. The
right?
same output.
So same output, accept and finally print statement both are there. What about C?
C is the area and then reached here.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
Um,
Area, sir.
okay.
Return area.
Yes, it is returning the
No,
area.
we are not printing return. Sorry. Only reached here.
Okay, reached here.
We are returning the value only. We are not
Yes.
printing that.
So it will first print the finally block, and then it will print the C. What eventually is being returned. Okay. So like it will eventually print 50. Okay. So out how many lines of output we will get?
5 lines.
6 lines, sir.
6 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So this is the output. Okay. For see this is from the first accept and finally for B, and this is finally, and this is the C.
Finally, and then print C.
Yes. Is it clear to everyone?
Could you please repeat this?
Okay. For A, it is printing except this one line and this line. For B, it is printing this line and this line. For C, it is printing this line, and then it is printing this line. Okay. Kind of executing and printing whatever the value we have. Okay. This is a kind of a similar question. Let's ignore this. This is a very easy question, just loop we are doing. Let's move. Okay, it's a matrix question. Okay, what J will have for a matrix?
Column.
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 Column indexes. What I will have? Row indexes.
Row index. Yes.
Is it clear to everyone? The first 3 lines.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
what about others? काफी शांति हो गई. Okay, is there any doubt in this? The second and third line. I hope it is clear. Okay, what about line number 4? What we are doing in this if condition?
We are checking the row index also.
Okay, what eventually we are checking?
If row is 0 or 2.
First,
If
first
it
and
is the
last.
first row or it is the last row, right? Len of matrix -1, that means the last row we are checking. If it is first or last row, what we are doing is we are eventually updating the matrix. What we are doing here? Okay, let's
All
say
diagonal matrices are one.
no,
Like all diagonal elements are
no, no,
one.
no. So let's say this is what we have. Okay, 7, 8, 9. And after calling this matrix operation function, what row will be printed. So what's the first row will be printed? The
One
first row
dot
is, yes, 1 comma,
4,
2, 3.
no, 1 comma 1 comma 1. What we are doing here, we are setting I comma j, I j as 1, right? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. No, the output will be 1 comma 2 comma 3. Why the output will be this? Anyone? Because j is 0. Okay, j is 0, that means for first column it will check. So if for first column and first and last row, this condition will be true, and this will be updated. So that means we'll get the first row as this and the second row as it is. Okay, because this if condition is not true. And what about the last row? What we will get?
189.
189. Okay, is it clear to everyone?
No, sir. Not
Okay.
really.
This if condition is clear?
Yeah, so the condition is clear. The next line is not clear, so what it is doing?
It is simply updating the matrix value, matrix of I of j. Let's say j is 0 at starting, I is also 0. What is matrix of I of j will be 1 here, right? है ना? If it is
Yes.
doesn't matter whatever the value we have, we are simply updating the value as 1. Okay, and we are updating the value only for the first row and for the last row. That means we are replacing this 7 with 1. Okay, this is what we are doing.
Why we are not doing with other columns, sir? Like first
Other,
column and second column.
okay, for other columns, oh, all right. For the first column we did this. Yes, for other columns also we are doing.
If condition is not satisfied.
If I equal 0, no, it will be satisfied. Sorry, this is not the output. Let me, okay. Yes, I just thought the j was, yes, first and last row should be 1 comma 1 comma 1 and 4 comma 5 comma 6, because if condition is not true here. Okay, and the last row will also be 1 comma 1 comma 1. Okay, we are going through each column, we are checking whether the row is first or last. If it is, we are simply assigning 1 1, and for the second column as well, for third column as well. Now is it clear?
Yes.
Okay, sorry for that mistake. And okay, the example is same. We'll get this as the output. So now next question.
Sir, why
Okay,
not first option? Both are similar.
okay, why not first
Okay,
option?
sorry.
You tell me.
Yeah. The second row is not similar.
Right.
Okay. 4, 5, 6.
So now this question is, consider the file encrypted given below and consider the Python file on the same directory. Okay, this is the encrypted.txt file. ये सबको clear है?
So what is encrypted?
Just a file name. Don't
Okay.
get ignored with the don't get confused with this. It's just a file name, encrypted.txt. Okay, we are opening the file. A word is initialized as empty string, right? How many times this loop will run?
5 times.
5 times.
No.
6 times.
So we are confused actually when we need to like go n-1 or n times.
Okay, this is
It
6
will
is what?
be
6 is start value or stop value?
0 to 5.
0 to 5.
So
And how many times that loop will run? 0, 1, 2,
6.
3,
6.
4, 5,
6 times.
6. Right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many lines are there? 6 lines, right?
6
6.
line.
Okay, and how many lines are there?
6.
6 lines, right?
6.
6 times because it starts, yes. Okay, now what we are doing here?
We are reading one by one, line by line.
Line by line. Okay, and what we are doing here?
वर्ड में अपेंड कर
We are
रहे
taking the first
वर्ड में
letter.
append कर
Okay,
Yeah.
for the line number for first iteration I equals to 0, what we are adding in word string? What we are adding?
First line.
First line. Are you sure? First line.
First letter, please.
First letter, which is P, right? Now we go to another iteration. This will be this is executed. Now for this, what we are adding?
R. R.
R. Are you
R.
sure? No, I is 1.
Second letter.
Second letter, which is Y. Now for the third line,
T.
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 It is not prompt.
H.
And what about the fourth line?
H.
H.
What about the this line?
O
O.
O.
O. And what about last
N
line? N. So what we will get as an answer, as a result?
Python.
So it is
Python.
kind of going diagonally. Can we say this?
yes
Yes. They intentionally made this question so we get Python as the answer. Okay. And the prompt is not the answer. Tricky only because of this I. Okay. If it was 0 instead of I, then we'll get prompt as the answer. Okay. It is clear, right? The question.
yes sir absolutely
Okay. Nice.
Yes, sir.
So now we want which of the following code block correctly implements to classify an integer as positive, negative, or 0. Have you understood the question? Can anyone explain what the question is asking? Anyone?
Checking positive, integer, negative, and zero.
Yes, checking whether an integer is positive, negative, or 0. Am I right?
Zero.
And
Yes.
like Priyanshu also said the same. Okay, what about this? Why this is wrong?
Equal to is there.
Greater than equal to zero, or less
Okay.
than equal to zero.
Yes, if we input 0 as in num, if we call this function with 0, what we will get as the return value?
negative and positive both
No, only one time return will be
Positive.
executed. Positive.
Positive.
Okay. What about this? This is correct. It is was checking for 0. It is if
Yes,
the
sir.
number is greater and
Yes, sir.
okay. And this is also correct, right? We're just like we have
Yes.
rearranged the conditions. Now, why this is incorrect?
Return is
last
Return.
Return
else
values
part
are different, right?
Condition wrong, sir.
The elif, yes, elif is
LF
different.
place LF part
Okay, great.
Oh,
This is a very easy question, right?
yes it is
And this was of 4
yes.
marks.
Yes.
Earlier was of 3 marks. We don't know why ITM do this. Okay, now the following snippet are supposed to do the following. If n is a positive integer, then print sum of first two n positive integers. That means if n is, let's say, 3, what it will print?
Sum of 1 to 6.
Sum of 1 to 6, right?
6.
Because it is 2n, है ना?
Yes.
Now we have 2 snippets. Okay, first tell me from the snippet 1 what p is doing. Okay, no worries. What p is doing? Anyone?
For x and
List of numbers from 1 to 6.
1 to 2n. We can say this. Starting from 1 to 2n.
it's
It
2.
is not printing, it is creating a list of numbers from 1 to 2n because 2 into n plus 1 is the range. है ना? 2 into n and plus 1. Why are we doing plus 1 here?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
To get the values.
Because
We
n,
need the 2n
n
value,
plus
right?
1 is not considered.
Yes, yes. Now what we are doing here?
We're iterating through all the values till n minus 1.
Okay. And is this the
So,
correct code for this sum of first two and positive integers?
no,
No. Why it is not correct?
it does not append or
Because
add.
we are starting from zero, like I starting from zero, so it's all multiply with
Goes till
zero,
n.
I guess.
No. What?
It
Okay.
goes till n.
It goes till n, not
Element
2n. Okay. We need to go till 2n, right?
2n plus 1.
2n plus 1. And what about this? Okay, the first line is same, the p, है ना?
Yes.
What about second one? What we are doing in second? This is an interesting question.
We are adding the reverse, the first element and the last element.
Yes, first element and the last element. So kind of what we are doing here is, let's say we have a list called 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. N is 3 here, right? So P of I will have 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's say I is 0. Okay, P of Y will have 1, and P of minus I, sorry, minus I minus 1. What it will have? It is what it is. It is minus 1,
P
right,
of
for I
minus
equals to
1.
0. So that means 6. Okay, it is adding this 6 with the 1. So we are getting 7, and then what we are getting? 2 plus 5, 7 again, 3 plus 4, 7 again. Okay, and what will be the result?
21.
21. So it is taking, like, the loop is running till first half, but it is taking the second half as well from this code. Okay, is it clear, guys?
So
Sir, can you
second half
explain the P part?
confused.
Like 2 into n plus 1.
2 into n plus 1. Okay, what's the doubt there? We need to go till 2 into n, right? First two n positive integers. Why we are doing 2 into n plus 1? Can anyone explain?
Because if we take the values till n, so in the range of n, it will only take the values till n minus 1 from
Yes.
1 to n minus 1. So that's why we're adding 1 to it to get
Okay,
the last factor.
if we simply write 1 comma 2 into n, okay, in range function, till how many values we will get in the list?
2 into
Till 5, right? Till n
2n minus
2n
1.
minus 1, है ना? We need this value 6 as well, so that's why we are doing 2n plus 1. Now is it clear?
Yes, sir. Thank
See guys, अगर थोड़ा fast हो रहा है, it's all right. You guys have time. Okay, you can watch the recording. You guys have the PYQs. You can solve them. Okay, I'm not fully rushing it, but I'm little bit speeding it up because इतना time नहीं होता ना. We need to solve other questions, other papers as well. I guess mostly किसी का एक ही होगा paper. बाकी सबके तो 2 2 3 4 भी हो सकते हैं किसी के. So that's why snippet 2 is correct. Now it is just simply saying if n is 3, the incorrect snippet
So can you
generate the output
explain
6.
P of,
What?
excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, in Q part P minus I minus 1. I did
Okay.
also that.
So let's say, let me just change the color. Well, this is the list. Okay.
Okay, sir.
N is 3. Right. That means we are going till first half. है ना?
Yes.
I is having the index. I is 0. I is 1. I is 2. Right. Now you
Yes.
tell me what P of I will have.
1,
1, right? And for this 2, for this 3,
2,
right?
3.
What about P of
Yes.
minus I minus 1? for the I equals to 0?
Okay, 6.
6. Why 6? Because it
Now,
is P of
answer.
minus 1.
Yes, sir, yes.
Okay. And what about I is, okay, sorry. This was I of 0. What about I of 1? P of minus I minus 1, which is
5.
simply minus 1 minus 1 minus 2. Okay, which is 5. And then what about this one? Minus I minus 1
Minus 3.
minus 3. What minus 3 is having? 4.
4.
Okay, so that means it is adding 4 with 3, 5 with 2 and 6 with 1. Is it clear? This is what
Yes,
we are
sir.
doing here,
Thank you,
adding,
sir.
right? And what, okay, the Q list will have what elements? What are the elements we will have in Q?
777.
7 7 7. Okay, and then we're just simply summing it up. Abhi, now is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what about others? Is it clear? Okay, I cannot see. Okay, 2 3. All right, this is a 3 marker question. Great. Now collection, so we are having these two collection. Okay, what's the type of first collection?
Dictionary? No.
Set.
Dictionary.
Set.
Set.
Like, I guess.
How many of you are
Set.
saying it is a
Dictionary, sir.
dictionary? Why it's a dictionary?
There are no key value and pairs, so it's not a dictionary.
Yes. And what about the second one? What is that?
Tuple.
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 Okay.
Tuple.
Now select all the options which will not raise an exception. That means which will not give us an error. Can we modify the tuple? It is
No.
set. It is not dictionary. It
No.
is set. Can we modify the set?
No. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we can modify the set. Okay. So the first code, collection 1 dot add 3. Is it possible?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
And no, by unpacking also we cannot modify. Okay, we will eventually end up creating a new tuple. We cannot modify that existing tuple. What this line is doing?
I set one intersection, set two let.
Yes, ampersand
Intersection.
means we are doing intersection. Okay, so this is an operator for set, ampersand.
Yeah.
You can check in the documentation or you can take help of ChatGPT for see the operators. And we are converting the collection to set. Okay, so now it is possible. What about 3? This. Is this possible? The first one.
No.
The first line.
Yes, sir. First line is possible.
First line is possible, right? We'll get the union.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what about second line? Why it is incorrect?
We can't change the
No,
value, right?
no index.
You can't modify.
We can't modify the tuple. Okay. Now what about this? Why cannot we
Can
add a list in a set? This is an interesting question.
Because list
Because
cannot be modified.
set is not hashable.
The elements of set can should be hashable. Okay, and list cannot be hashable. What do you mean by hashable? Simple, a very simple thing I'm telling you.
Immutable.
Yes, immutable. If the data structure is mutable, that means it can be changed, it can be modified. We cannot add it as a key in a dictionary as well as an element in a set. Okay, so the keys in dictionary and the elements in set should be immutable. Okay, immutable means which cannot be changed. So what about tuple? Tuple is mutable or immutable?
Immutable.
immutable.
Immutable. Can we add tuple
Mutable.
in set?
No.
Right. And okay, वेल मैंने ना एक लिखा था बहुत टाइम इन द ओपीपी like the series OPP sessions is in the OPP series I have explained it. Okay, Immutable. What data types are immutable? String and int, float. What about others? Tuple, right? Okay, let me zoom it a little bit. Now can you guys see this?
Yes.
Okay. Now tell me what elements are mutable.
List.
List, set, dictionary.
Yes. List, set, dictionary.
Set dictionary.
Okay. Now see, there's a very simple rule. Keys in dictionary. Let me just zoom it. Keys in dictionary and elements in set should be, or let me say must be what? Immutable. Okay. If we add a list is what? List is immutable, list is mutable. Okay, so we cannot add that list as an element in set. So that's why the first will give us an error that list is not hashable or list is not mutable. Okay, are you guys clear?
Yes, yes.
If you are clear with the concept of set, that means you are clear. And what about the second one? The second line is possible.
Yes, yes. सिर्फ convert कर रही है.
Yes, we're just converting it. What about this? Both of these are possible. Why?
Yes.
How can we add collection to? Collection to is a tuple. How can we add this in set?
Tuple is immutable.
Tuple is immutable. Okay. So you will never found a dictionary having list or set or dictionary itself as keys. Okay. कोई भी आपको ऐसे डिक्शनरी नहीं मिलेगी जहाँ पे लिस्ट भी एक की हो सकती है, बट अ टपल कैन बी अ की, and I have explained it in many coding sessions. Okay. Now it's a very basic question. Let's move further. What we are doing here? Anyone? Okay, what's the result? आप result ही बता दो.
We are multiplying each element by -2 and then adding 2 to it.
In the index. Okay. So first let's debug this. Let's do dry run. Okay. Now I'll show you a very simple sample of what dry run is. So we are having this I as -2. The while loop. While loop. The condition of while loop is true or false.
True.
True.
It is true. So while loop will be executed. है ना? Then what
Yes,
will be
sir.
printed?
-6.
Okay, a of -2. What is a of -2?
-2 is
5.
5. A of
-3.
-2 is 5. Okay, not
5.
6 or not 3. Now, what we are doing here? We are multiplying 5 with -2.
-2.
What we will get as an
-2.
answer? -10.
-10.
Then,
10.
what we are doing? Incrementing I by
Incrementing
2.
2.
What value I will have now?
0.
0. Now go back to the loop. The loop is, the condition is true or
False.
false? Condition is false,
False.
right? So what will be printed eventually?
-10.
-10.
-10.
Okay, easy question.
Yes, yes.
This is
Yeah,
what is
sir, but
called,
little bit confusing.
okay, this is what is called as dry run. Dry run. The same thing you can do for any and every question in the end term. Okay, and in the quiz as well. Just do it for each and every question. आपको पूरा clear हो जाएगा. Just run the code using like pen and paper. Each and every value आपको पूरा clear हो जाएगा. Okay. This was a very easy question. Why it's of 3 marks? Okay. Now this is just a list based question. They have just complicated it. If you do dry run, it's very easy. I'm just finding some unique questions. This is also same. This is also same. We are having a recursive function. What's the base case here?
if n is equal to
A b n
0.
equal 0.
Then what we will return?
10.
10.
10.
Okay.
Return 10.
and in each recursive function we are going minus to minus 2. So 10, 8, 6, 4, 2 and 0, right? And simply we are adding the result, the return value with like the n with the return value. So you can just solve this, right? Student, let's do this question. इससे
सर
थोड़ा और
पेपर
Sir,
का सीरियस
in the
आफ्टर
previous
करनी
question,
पड़ेगी.
we're adding every time, like with n, like for every time.
okay,
Like
कर ही लेते हैं क्वेश्चन. Now for recursive 10, which line will be executed? The last line, right? Or we can say the fourth line. Okay, what we will have? 10 plus, let me just call it
8,
as 10 plus recursive of 8. What this will give us?
6.
No, 8 plus recursive of 6, right? And what about
Okay.
this? What it will give? Okay, sorry, let me drag it here. What it will give us?
8 plus 6 plus recursive of 4.
6 plus recursive of 4.
Recursive of 4. And what about this?
4 recursive
4
of 2.
plus recursive of 2.
Recursive of 2.
2
What about
recursive of
this?
0.
Recursive of 0.
2 plus recursive of 0.
Yes. And what recursive of 0 is giving us?
Return 10.
10.
10. So just add them. 10 plus 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus 10. The result is 20, 20
40.
and 40. Okay. Is it easy?
Yes, yes.
I guess till now you have mastered the recursive questions. Recursion questions, right? So now the student, how many instance variables are there?
3.
3.
Okay.
Name, age, marks.
Okay. And what about passing marks? Is it a class
40.
variable or what?
40.
No, no, no. What type of variable is this? It's an instance variable or class variable?
Instance variable.
Instance variable.
No, 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 no.
Method variable.
It's just a local variable for the method.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a normal variable. It is neither instance variable nor class variable. Okay.
Method local variable.
Yes, for the method it's a local variable. Okay. How many methods do we have?
4.
4, or we can say 3, because this is the
3,
constructor.
sir.
3 sir.
3. Okay.
3 sir.
3
3.
is the concrete answer. Now for topper, topper is a subclass of student. A student can be a topper, right? Well, you
Yeah,
can
sir.
be as well if you just practice Python enough. Now topper will have a rank. A rest topper will have name, age and marks. What rank is? Rank is what type of variable? uh,
Instance variable.
Instance variable, right? Okay. How many functions do we have here? Methods?
3.
Yes. All
3.
the best, all the
3
best,
sir.
and good night. Okay. Student 1 is an instance, right? It is an instance of which class?
Parent.
Name. Tell me the class name. सामने लिखना है.
Student
Student 1
1.
is an instance of topper class, right?
Okay. Yes, sir.
And what's the name of the student? Arun. What is this? This is the age, it's the marks and it's the rank. Okay. Now student dot display details, we need to add the code here so that we can display the details. What should be filled in the code block so that it generates these values? Okay. Now if you see, there is a display details method of student as well, which is displaying name, age and marks. Okay. Similar to the previous paper, we can, what we can do is we can do super and then call display details. Okay. So that will eventually print these three things. Now what we need to print apart from these three? We need to print the rank, right? Just go to the previous question, आपको clear हो जाएगा. Or should I, if I write this, so what this will, if I add this code now here, okay, what it will do, can anyone explain?
It will this the printer is details, name,
Name,
age,
age and
and
marks of student, because student is the super class, or we can say parent class. Okay, it, we should call the super function first. We cannot write the simply super. Okay, so this is kind of a syntax, you can say. And then we need to display the rank as well. See, we need to display the rank, right? The rank of the student is 1. And now just tell which code is correct. Why the first one is incorrect?
Parenthesis is missing. Parenthesis is missing in
Yes, we
super.
need to call the super function. Why this is incorrect?
it says student dot display not super.
We need to call the like the method of that student instance. Okay, not the class method. Okay, we we need to write here. What we need to write here? This
Super
super,
dot.
right? And this is correct, right? We are just printing the
Yes.
previous detail and then rank. This is also correct. How this is correct? It's an interesting thing.
We are
Passing the
calling
parameter cells in the
Yes,
Self,
yes.
sir.
So I told you, right? The first parameter is the self. It takes the instance. So we're just simply passing the instance. So it will eventually call this one with these the student instance. Okay. Now,
कोई नहीं आंधी आंधी आंधी
um,
आ रही है
okay. What will be the
आंधी
output
है
if the
यार कुछ
following
नहीं है
line is executed? Um, student 1 dot extracurricular points. Extracurricular points is self-taught marks greater than 90. Okay, what do you think? What will be the output?
20.
Okay. How many of you are saying 20 or 15? Guys, आपके सामने है. What do you think? The answer will be 20 or 15? Only one has
15.
responded.
20.
15. Why
20.
15? The marks are 95, right? It's simple. 20 is the answer. Okay, where is the confusion exactly? Mm, okay, if I do not get any reply, that means you guys are not
There's no
confused.
confusion. It's
Uh,
20.
in
20.
sorry, in 20 what?
I said there's no confusion.
Okay, yes. Okay, all right. So we'll get this as like these both are correct. So this will simply give us 20. Okay. Now this is okay, very simple. ऐसा तो how many of you have attended my OPP session? The same type of a question we did in OPP sessions. Like we're just calculating the total price.
क्या हो गया कुछ नहीं है
Uh, okay. So this is also like a very simple.
अभी रुको
We're
अच्छा
just creating a
हाँ हाँ
list of product prices. Then we are left with this. Okay, time काफी हो गया है. Can we conclude the session? Like we have already
Yes,
discussed two
sir.
PYQs, and if you want to
Yes.
discuss like watch more PYQ sessions, just check this playlist Python Anthem sessions. It's in my YouTube channel. Okay, you can reference to these 26, 27 and 33, and today's session will also be added into the same playlist. Okay.
Sir, where are you sharing this PDF?
The PDF, okay, this is this PYQ sheet. Let me share the link. All these are in this.
Also get in website sgrade.dot.
Sorry.
Okay, PYQ sgrade.dot में मिल जाएगा.
Okay, can you ask again? Okay. So that's it then. All the best, guys. And just one thing, after this endem, you will have 20 to 30 days. Um, go to GitHub. How many of you know about GitHub?
मैं हूँ GitHub पे.
Okay, only one.
ओहो इतनी
That's
दूर.
a very strange thing.
I know. No, sir.
Okay,
चलो.
how many
Sir,
of you
Sir,
have ID on GitHub?
me.
Yes, I
One.
have ID.
एक सेकंड.
Okay, two, two, three, four people. These. Okay. See, go GitHub is just like an Instagram for programmers. Okay, there you can upload your projects, you can showcase your projects, like whatever you have made, your code, everything. Okay, go to GitHub and create some mini projects from the concepts. Like you can create random number generator, tic tac toe, basic games. All a lot of ideas I have provided in session number 27. Okay, at the end of session this session you can refer to this and you can like make a lot of projects. Just practice this. Okay, practice Python after the end term, so that for your future, like for the diploma as well as for like your general career as well. Okay, this is like a
Sir,
kind of a personal
sir,
tip
I
I'm
have a
giving you.
problem.
Yes.
सर मेरा VS कोड में numpy इंस्टॉल नहीं हो पा रहा सर.
Okay, can we
चैट
take
जीपीटी से
this,
बहुत ट्राई कर लिया बट.
can we take this at end? Just give just two
Oh,
minutes, let me conclude the session. Okay.
okay.
So just go to GitHub, make your profile, make some mini projects. I have discussed some mini projects idea in this session. Okay, and upload it there. uh, just start your like open source journey, that will be very helpful for you. Okay, as and like as a normal
चलो आओ
programmer
करो.
as well. And that's it, guys, and all the best for Anthem. Just before Anthem, practice these PYQs. Whatever, in whatever question you get any kind of doubt or something, just write that question in the VS Code or the code editor. Try to run it with the different inputs. आपको पूरा समझ आ जाएगा. If still it's not clear, you can ask in the comment section, or you can ask to ChatGPT or any LLM. Okay. So this is it, guys. All the best for Anthem and see you in diploma.
Thank
Uh,
you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome. And yes, you can send me the exception handling that doubt which you have. And one thing, guys, I have created a
ओहो
feedback form. As
लाइट
always,
चली गई.
I take feedback at the end of the session. You guys can fill it, and like if you want any kind of in future what type of sessions or content you need, you can suggest me there. Okay. Um, like someone was saying for MLF and DBMS at the starting. So yes, based upon the responses, I'll decide the future sessions. And all the best, guys. And you will get the recording of this session in my YouTube channel. Okay. And good night.
Good night, sir.